Well, we have Hitsuguya back in the series. We finally had the end of the Mayuri fight. And not to mention as well, we got some good stuff like going on right now with the Captain Commander himself. Now about to have this fight. I mean, I just think I'm a little bit excited now for Bleach. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the Mayuri stuff and kind of the little bit of the ending that we had as well with like the captains and stuff. I enjoyed that. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, it's just nice to see, you know, some fresh faces, especially now that we've got KYORAKU now going on with this fight with the X-axis. So I'm really looking forward to seeing like what we got to do. And it's like, he like got completely messed up in this Shadow area. When we saw like the end of the fight, he's there like holding the arm and he just collapsed. And he's like, well, I survived the blast, but it took my legs with me. And he's just like, well, no problem. I'm in the same position as Zaraki. And it's like, funny enough that like both Yukaku and like actually went there and like took him and saying, oh yeah, there's 2 body containers that belong with her. And it's like, yeah. Also, there's like, you know, it took me some while, but I was able to de-zombify him, and we see like Hitsuguya is there alongside with Rangiku, and it's just like, well, they're actually back to like straight to what they were. It's like, you know, I'd have my life cut down a bit, but I can't complain. It did save my life after all, and it's like, funny enough, he like, you see like he's a guy who's quite a proudful like motherfucker. He's just saying thank you to Mayuri, even as well as they put like Kenpachi in one of the containers as well. They're like, thank you, like, Mario, thank you so much, and all that, you know, you saved our captain, and they closed the door. It's just like, yeah, I feel like now it's like people are starting to appreciate, because now they're like, oh, he was such a weird motherfucker, but now he actually has a bit of kindness on him, and he's like, even when he sees like he's holding like the brain and all that, he's just like, evolution, I finally created a soul from scratch that has evolved on its own. And he's like, I'm now ahead of you, like Urahara. I can't seem to imagine the frustration on your face, but it's like all the more reason to see it for myself then. So next time we meet, I'll show you the difference between you and I, the difference with her. And it's just like, you see like Nemu like in the tank with him, like just falling off. And I was like, oh, that's a kind of like nice thing to end it with. But then we saw with the ending of like when we go into chapter, the X-axis was she was shooting down motherfucker, and it's just like you see like KYORAKU, he's there like with his swords, like saying, yeah, let's go like that, because they noticed about Mario, like his presence was disappearing. He's like, and he's like there getting the swords, like it's about time that we made our moves, guys. And he's like, I told you to stop. That's not what the enemy wants. And he gets hit immediately, and he's just like, oh. I told you, I've seen too many of those already. I thought you Shinigamis would be different, but he's like, and then you start hearing like the like little like incantation that he does like as well. He goes Daruma Sanga Koron like that, and he comes out with his Zambak toes like that. He's just like going to slash him. Like I really did enjoy the little face. He just goes da like that. He just like comes out of nowhere and he just slashes him. He's like, and took like kind of like I believe it was like he took like the muzzle part of like his of his gun just off, and it was just like, oh, you managed to avoid me, motherfucker, good. But it's like, I have your weapon now, your life will be next. And it's just like, I'm kind of looking forward to more this match than I am. One thing I noticed, and I was talking with this with a friend especially when we kind of went into this, is like, I kind of wish that these fights weren't all just one-on-ones, or at least they were happening all at the same time, because it's like, oh, here's this fight, next fight, like here we go. That, like, you know, it's okay to have like, you know, 2v2s or something like that, or like go against the, like, I feel like that's another reason why, like, especially the pacing has been a bit like, I think a lot of people can agree with that the pacing's been a bit bad at some points, and then it's slow. But honestly, I'm looking forward, because like I really like KYORAKU. KYORAKU is like one of my favorite like Shinigamis out there, and I've always wanted to see his Bankai, and I think now this is someone that can actually bring it out. And it's like, and honestly, we have to. I mean, it's the final arc, and obviously this seems like this is going to be like one of the final fights that we're going to see him with this guy. But it seems like a bit of a weird matchup, like this sniper guy, and he can just honestly just keep disappearing into shadows and stuff. So I'm kind of curious about that, like how this fight especially is going to take part. But let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this one. I thought it was a decent chapter. Got some nice things like developing with Mayuri at the end. Like, I'm kind of glad we're done with that stuff though. Hitsuguya coming back was a kind of a bit reveal alongside with like Rangiku. Kind of curious what they're going to do, because like, especially as well, Hitsuguya has already, he fought against Kangdu. He fought against Basby. Like, he fought like quite a few of the Stone Raiders. Although he kind of pretty much beat one of them, he really heavily lost to Basby, like really super hard. So I'm kind of curious, like, what exactly is Hitsuguya going to do now? Like, who is he going to fight? Or is he like just going to be on the sidelines or something like that? So kind of curious. But it seems like as well, now that the zombie fight, like, it kind of took away from like a whole thing of Kensei and Rose being dead as well, so obviously they're going to be revived as well. And yeah, I'm just kind of curious in the, like, what do you think in the comments section down below. Firstly, 7.5, I thought it was a decent chapter. I'm more looking forward to KYORAKU next week though, but that's all from me, so thank you much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.